Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another Q&A video after the end of the main Walking Dead TV show. We're also going to discuss, and the leading topic for today's Q&A, how on earth does Maggie make it to Dead City, and when will she leave Hilltop? Alright guys, this one's going to be doing another video today. This one's going to be doing another video for The Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another Q&A video after the series finale of The Walking Dead. This one is our second one after the end of The Walking Dead Season 11. We do have lots more coming up probably in another, couple days, next week and, stuff like that. We're definitely going to do a few more Q&As, and then I do want to do a few Q&As for the Rick Show, Dead City, Daryl's Show, as we've also kind of talked about last time. I do want to definitely start doing some Q&As for the spinoffs as well too, so if you have any questions for those, definitely leave those down below. But anyway, let's get into today's first topic. So The Walking Dead, I would say, ended in a way where they definitely set up the Rick Show. That's for sure. They definitely set up the Rick Show big time. With Rick, kind of being surrounded by the CRM, having to go inside the helicopter, and Michonne is still out there trying to find him, so they definitely set up the Rick Show in a big way. And they also set up, I would say, the Daryl series. Now, not 100% because we don't see how he gets to France yet, but we now know the idea behind the Daryl show is that he's going to try to find Rick, right? So we have a little bit of an idea, a little bit, right? And then the Maggie and Negan series is the big one. I don't feel like we got any kind of setup for the Maggie and Negan spinoff. Yes, Negan does apologize for Glenn, and Maggie does tell him, that she can't forgive him and stuff, but Negan leaves, right? Negan is gone. Negan is out of here. I don't even know where Annie stands at this point, but she might be gone with him. I'm assuming so. And, that's what happens to Negan. But we end The Walking Dead with Daryl leaving and Rick trapped, which then sets up both of those shows. And Maggie is just kind of living peacefully at the Hilltop. But they did somewhat set up Dead City, I feel like, with what Maggie said to Daryl and Carol, where she said, there's a lot more out there that, we want to explore. There's a lot out there we want to find, right? So I feel like they subtly set up Dead City, but not really, right? Because if you guys didn't see the video for Dead City that I made a few days ago, they do confirm that Dead City takes place several years, we don't know how many years exactly, but several years after the end of The Walking Dead, which means that Maggie is out there for some reason to see what's out there, and for some reason she ends up going to New York. Now, is New York where Negan is staying, or, how does that go? How does Maggie run into Negan? We're going to have to find out when we watch the show, but, I was definitely very surprised that they didn't set up the Dead City series more than they did, to be honest. Because all they really said was like, oh yeah, there's a big world out there, and, we could go out exploring sometime. That's about it. So, yeah, they mildly set up Dead City, I would say. Now, obviously, we know Maggie will leave Hilltop in a few years' time, but, it's going to be interesting. And let me know in the comments, did you guys notice any other minor setup for Dead City? Because I didn't. That's all I really gathered from that. So definitely a lot less of a setup than the Daryl show and the Rick show. But I feel like they threw a few things in there, but nothing too major. They're definitely going to have a lot of explaining to do when Dead City Season 1, Episode 1 starts, right? So going to be interesting to see where that goes. But anyway, let's get into some comments and questions for today. First one for today comes from L, who says that, Dan, what exactly happened to the CRM and Commonwealth connection? They did think that we were going to get some sort of connection in 11C, and it never quite got there. So, Dan, do you think that anything about Designation 2 or anything about what the Commonwealth was doing in episode 21 means absolutely nothing, or do you think the Commonwealth still has some sort of connection to the CRM? And at this point, I would say no. I'm going to say it doesn't, because I feel like if they had any kind of connection, we would have seen it by now. Also, Ezekiel and Mercer are now the leaders of the Commonwealth, so they're the biggest ones behind the scenes that you could possibly get, right? So they know everything about what's going on. They would know about a trade. They would know about anything like that. So I guarantee that Ezekiel and the Commonwealth and everything like that, they're not going to have any kind of connections to the CRM. Now, is it possible for the Commonwealth to find out about CRM at some point in the spinoffs? Absolutely. But at least in terms of the main show, unfortunately, I don't think they know about each other. which is kind of a missed opportunity because I do feel like that would have been really cool to see, but no, I don't think they know about each other at this point. Unfortunately, I think Destination 2 just means, yeah, it's where the people go that go missing, such as Alexandria. They sometimes take people there. I don't think there was any kind of major CRM connection. I really don't. Also because I thought Lance was CRM, and that also didn't happen, so yeah, at this point, CRM is spin-offs, and that's all it's going to be. The next two come from Epic Zombie Killer, who says, first one is, Dan, do you think the Dead City will be any good? The Maggie and Negan spinoff, do you think it'll be a good show? And Dan, do you think we'll see Dog at any point in the spinoffs? There is a reason he thinks, at least, why they kept him alive. So, I could definitely see Dog being in a spinoff again, maybe the Daryl one, if he makes it back home at the end of the series or something, but I don't think Dog will be utilized all that much anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if he only made like one more little cameo in one of these spinoffs, and that probably would be it. I don't think they're going to use Dog too much else, just because it also kind of feels like they're trying to fade Dog out of the story a little bit, at least from what I can tell, because he hasn't really been all that much, so I feel like they're low-key trying to kind of get rid of him, but maybe that's just me. I kind of feel like they're trying to take him out of the story, but it's a dog. I mean, what do you want, right? I mean, a dog is going to be a dog. It can only be on a Walking Dead series for so long. There's only so much a dog can really do, right? But could he be in the Daryl show? Yeah, he could be. But I feel like they're trying to kind of shove him out of there, to be honest. And I think that's why we didn't see him too much in 11C. And do I think Dead City would be good? Yeah, I think it'll be good. I mean, I don't think it'll be main show quality, but I think it'll be good. I definitely am interested in knowing what this old Negan is a lot like why Negan is a lot like his old ways, because they did tease that a few days ago for Dead City, but I'm sure it'll be a good show. I'm sure it'll be a good show. I think for the most part, the concept is there. Same with the Rick show. The Rick show is easily my most hyped. And then the Daryl show, I'm going to have to wait and see on that one. We'll have to see how good that one really is. But, yeah. Next one comes from Beaverus, who says, Dan, where on earth is Shira? So, exactly, where is Shira? What happened to that character? I don't know, I mean, she was in episode 17, she was in episode 18, and then in 19, Roman died. I remember that. Roman just is dead. And she was nowhere to be seen. So, to be honest, I think she probably at this point is just a citizen. She's probably still alive. I mean, she didn't die, so I'm definitely going to assume she's still alive. But if you ask me, they should have killed Shira in episode 19. Pamela should have dragged her dead body and Roman's dead body in there in front of Lance. I don't know why they didn't kill her. It just doesn't make any sense. And, there's a lot of characters that are missing, right? Like, we don't know what happened to Scott from Alexandria, Barbara from Alexandria. We don't know what happened to Virgil. Last time we saw Virgil, he was wrapped up in his little blankie and stuff. I don't know, man. They got a lot of characters that disappeared. I would have said Dog too, but Dog returned in the series finale. But yeah, I don't know. There are a lot of characters that disappeared in the series finale and just in The Walking Dead in general. And, a lot of people make the joke, well, it's like, oh, well, there are spinoffs. I'm like, no, I guarantee you, not even half of these characters will be seen in the spinoffs. If they're not seen in the main show, they're not going to be seen in the spinoffs. But, yeah, no, I think Shira is probably just a done character. I would very much doubt we ever saw her again, to be honest. I would almost bet money on it at this point that we're never going to see her again, and that character's just done, to be honest. I mean, all her character was a fake out anyway, so she doesn't really have much of a purpose in the story, if you ask me. Next one comes from Young, who says that, Dan, do you think that Rick will die in his spinoff? Could you see a scenario where Rick could actually possibly die in his own show, seeing how it is the end of Rick's story as they've been advertising? And also, who do you think from the main show could be in the Rick movie, or the Rick series? And they go into how they feel like it would have been cool to see the Walking Dead Rick series be a movie, but they're more happy with it being a series than a movie. And, I definitely am too, because the Rick movie, it was becoming such a weird situation. Gimple was really just kind of hiding around the corners and really just not really doing anything with the movie idea in general. It sounds like now that it's a show, they finally know how to execute it. They finally know how to do it, which is good. But, I'm happy with the show, too. In terms of who I could see being in the spinoff, I think darn near everybody that survived Walking Dead from our main group will be in the Rick show in the final season, right? I think that at the end of the Rick show, Rick will find his family, and therefore I think we will probably see another cameo from like Eugene again, Father Gabriel again, you know, Ross Marquand's there, and I think they'll get people in a few years, like let's say when the Rick show ends, because I think it'll get a couple seasons. I think when it ends, we'll see a one more time like kind of final end for the Walking Dead crew, and we'll see everybody find Rick again, and I think it's going to be pretty darn cool. But that'll be a couple years down the road, I think, so should be interesting. But definitely excited to see how they're going to handle that. Definitely excited to see Rick, you know, find his family again. That's going to be really awesome. Now, in terms of will they or will they not kill Rick in the Rick spinoff, no. You know, here is my kind of way to put it. If Rick isn't dead in 905, if they didn't kill him in 905, then why are they keeping him alive? You know what I mean? Like, why would they make him survive Season 9, Episode 5 just to kill him later on? That would be a major disappointment. That would honestly be such an insult to the Rick Grimes character. He deserves to see his family. He deserves to see Judith. He deserves to see Daryl again. And, until that happens, you cannot be killing Rick Grimes. You just cannot be doing it. So I definitely don't think that's a good idea, and I would be seriously pissed off if they did that. That would be an insult to the Rick character. And then the final one comes from Jay, who says, Dan, are you going to be reviewing all of the Walking Dead spinoff series? I enjoy your videos, and I do not want them to stop. So I've had a few of you guys asking me this question, so for anybody that is curious, yes, the channel and the Walking Dead content and all that kind of stuff is not going away. Trust me. It is not going away. We have so many spin-offs to cover next year. We got Fear the Walking Dead. Ugh. We got we got Dead City. We've got the Rick Show. We've got the Daryl series, and then Tales, guys. Is anyone letting me know? Does anybody know about Tales of the Walking Dead season 2? If any of y'all have any information on that, please let me know, because I'm at such a loss with that. But anyway, yes, the Walking Dead content is not going away. Anybody that enjoys the daily videos, anybody that enjoys the Walking Dead content, do not worry. We are not going anywhere. We are staying right here, and we are covering every last one of the Walking Dead spinoffs. And, you know, here's the thing I will kind of let you all know, because I feel like I do have to let you guys know sooner or later, so I will say it now. You know, it's going to get to a point, guys, definitely probably in like another month or two here, where you're going to see a day or two probably where there's not a Walking Dead video out. And I hope you guys are okay with that, right? Because we do cover other TV shows on this channel too. We cover a whole bunch of stuff, Game of Thrones and, you know, the Breaking Bad universe and, whole bunch of stuff, right? Stranger Things and, you know, Squid Game and a whole bunch of other TV shows. So, you know, if anybody enjoys watching reviews for other things too, we will be reviewing other TV shows on this channel as well. So don't worry. There's going to be Walking Dead content, but for other people that like to see other things, we are also doing movie reviews. Those are going to be starting back up soon as well too. And, you know, the channel is expanding, right? We don't just cover Walking Dead. That is a major part of the channel for sure. But, you know, after a little bit, you do also have to kind of branch out after the Walking Dead ends, right? And that is 100% what we're going to be doing. But Walking Dead content and reviews, those are going to be continuing forever. And, you know, the spin-offs and all that kind of stuff, I mean, anybody that follows the channel knows me by now. You'll know that I will basically review every last episode of every last Walking Dead spin-off. I mean, that is a guarantee. Walking Dead is just my favorite thing to cover on the channel, frankly. That's why we do so much of it. And it's, you know, it's kind of what brings us all together. So, Walking Dead reviews, Walking Dead content is not stopping. I will be here for a long time. So, definitely don't worry about me going away or not doing reviews for Walking Dead. That is still going to be happening, and that's still going to be going on for many, many years to come. So, anyway, let me know in the comment section below. Are you guys excited for all these spin-offs? How do you think the Dead City series will be explained when Maggie makes it all the way to New York and they have to kind of explain themselves? How do you think that'll go? And did you catch any other minor little details of the finale that may or may not be a key to setting up the Maggie and Negan series? Definitely let me know if you caught any more of those. And anyway, if you're new to the channel, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos of The Walking Dead. Make sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews to get more Walking Dead videos like this. And I'll see you guys really soon for more Walking Dead videos. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
I've heard stories, walkers that can climb walls and open doors. I was never sure if they were just stories